amazing.
Cindy's going to be Bachelorette or Debbie or one of the mothers from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Dear Shandy. Welcome back to a brand new Dear Shandy Golden Bachelor recap, listeners. Hello, Andy.
Hello.
How are you today?
Doing good.
Ooh.
Yeah, feeling good.
Andy's feeling particularly good because we were singing this morning.
We were.
Singing puts you in such a good mood. It's actually so cute.
Getting back to our Disney roots.
Yes, I know. What happened to that?
Yeah, we'll get him back.
Will
we'll
we?
get him back, yeah.
Okay. I mean, we used to sing a lot more than we do.
It's your fault.
No,
I always want to sing.
No, you have to break into song. If I break into song, it's just annoying.
Okay, fine. I will be breaking into song.
In this recap?
When you least expect it.
I think that subconsciously we started singing less because we got complaints about our singing.
That's true, yeah. I think that's what happened.
Which makes me sad.
I got the 1-star review, stop singing. I'll never forget it.
Isn't that so sad how we remember the 1 stars but not the 5 stars?
Well, you know why? Because there are too many 5 stars. Because that's how much love we get.
Don't say too many. There's just the right amount, Andy.
Oh, that's right. Maybe just not enough.
Okay, well, actually, that's a good segue. If you have been enjoying our recaps this season, show us the love. Head on over to Apple Podcasts or Spotify. Can you leave ratings on Spotify?
Yeah, you can.
Yeah. Okay, so go over there. Leave us a 5-star review. Don't leave us a great review and then a 1 star.
Okay. We're going to have to talk about this.
Yeah.
Somebody out there left.
Who's lovely, a lovely person.
Lovely
clearly.
Shandy left a glowing review on Apple Podcasts, glowing, and gave us exactly 1 star.
Oh, but I think that's
it was an error. It was in error, obviously.
Yes.
And if you are the kind of person who might leave a 5-star review, but leave 1 star in the rating, maybe go check.
No. Leave it, Andy. It's the way it's supposed to be.
It's the way it's supposed to be.
It's the way it's supposed to be.
You're right. It's a very Shandy move.
It is. I find it kind of cute, actually.
Oh, no. Don't say it's cute. Other people are going to do it.
Okay. Wow, we're really tangenty. Well, we have a recap to get to, Andy. A finale recap. And I've got to tell you, I am in the best mood.
Because you love Mel.
I loved this finale. I ended up loving the season.
Yeah, it was a good finale.
And I didn't realize how starved I was for a story, a couple, like any kind of love story that I could get behind and be excited about, just anything. Because, we just recapped Love is Blind and that was a real downer. And then, we had Teresa on the whole Golden Bachelor season 1 thing. It was going on. It was just like, it was so unfortunate. And so to see a happy couple come out of this, I'm just like,
isn't it crazy? Who would have thought?
I know.
Who would have thought?
I know. Well, he was that sincere.
Yeah, the franchise can sometimes still surprise us.
Yes, and this finale was a reminder why we watch this franchise.
And it was also a reminder why people are complicated and you can't always judge them for one thing.
Totally, and I can admit I had Mel wrong.
Yeah, me too.
I had him super wrong, actually.
Well, everyone had him wrong. And a lot of people are going to stick to their guns. A lot of people are still going to say, no, he's a bad guy.
Yeah.
But you know what? People are never good or bad. It's not a Marvel movie.
Yeah.
You don't have the good guy who's always good. And when he has to kill someone, it's only because he would have been killed. Like he would never kill someone no matter what. If someone's going to destroy the whole planet Earth, it's like, that's my goal. My whole job, I'm going to destroy planet Earth.
Yeah.
They will not kill them. They'll take them in for justice. The only way they ever get killed is if they themselves are almost going to get killed. That doesn't exist in the world.
Andy,
that person doesn't exist.
Be careful coming after Marvel. People get upset.
People get very upset. But then there's Batman. That's DC though. DC has a little more respect.
Oh, okay.
Iron Man, I'll give Iron Man some credit.
Okay.
He's Marvel.
Okay.
He's got a little complexity.
Can we
to him.
get-
Anyway, the point is that in real life, there are not Marvel superheroes and Marvel villains.
Yeah.
There are people, and people make mistakes, and they have flaws.
Well, that's a perfect analogy for these 2 Golden Bachelors we've had.
Yeah.
Gary Turner on the surface, you're like, oh, that's the hero.
That's the hero.
That's the hero. I'm rooting for him. He's such great TV. I really believe that in this love story. And then wow, the rug was pulled out from under us on that front. And then meanwhile, Mel, he does that podcast. Yep. He comes out, he's like a total lump on a log, let's be honest. Like he doesn't really have the personality for this show at all. And by the end, I'm like, wait, this guy was actually 10 times more sincere.
Yeah. And there for the right reasons.
And there for the right ass reasons, Andy. Exactly. Very good. Okay, so before we get to this recap, though, we have one little bit of housekeeping still. This is the longest intro ever. We have a really exciting Love Fest coming out next week, so do not miss it. You don't want to miss it.
It's very festy.
It is so festy.
Yeah.
It's
a
very
heavy fest about the love fest.
Yeah. Okay, so the opening of this semi-live finale, I mean, I don't think it was live, but, certainly they had a live audience and all that stuff. We get a recap of last week's episode, which I actually appreciated.
Yeah.
Because I think we needed to be refreshed
Sure.
on what was going on.
Week.
And right
Been
off
a
the
long
back,
week.
we get a word watch from Peg, and we were debating what to do with this because she says he has the capacity to be vulnerable. And we were debating because we're like, this is technically from last week's footage.
It's got to be included.
It has to be included. We decided because it wasn't like a preview or...
It wasn't a preview. It was part of the episode.
It was part of the episode. Yeah, they didn't say last week on... Yeah,
It was integrated into the episode.
It was. So we're counting it as Word Watch 1. All right. So now we have our live segment. Joan and Chalk are there.
Friends of the pod.
Yes, I will link out our Love Fest with Joan and Chalk here. Gary Turner and his new fiance, Jess and Spencer are there. Jess will be moving to Dallas in 2 weeks' time. And the Golden Ladies, including Teresa.
Teresa.
Yes.
Very not awkward to have Teresa and Gary in the same room.
I kind of wish we'd gotten to hear from her, but that's okay.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, and I will link out our big interview with her here because that was really big. That was, I mean, a huge episode.
Huge episode.
Yes. Okay, so Cindy's overnight date continued. So this is where we were left off last week. There was the cliffhanger, and they're at dinner, quote unquote dinner, which Mel may or may not have gotten to go. That was so funny. And right off the bat, we get Word Watch 2 here. Cindy says it's hard to stay open and vulnerable.
Nice.
Okay, so Cindy says she didn't come there to explore options. She's looking for a life partner. And she asks, do you feel at this moment that you're not going to be ready for a proposal? And he says, no, it has to develop over time. In her confessional, Cindy says she gave Mel every opportunity to say, just be patient. Which I do think is true. And I also think...
I agree. I think both people are right here.
They are.
My opinions have evolved, not unlike my opinions of Mel in general.
Yes.
But my opinions of this scene have evolved. At first, I was like, oh, Mel, come on.
Yeah.
Give her something.
Yes.
Or send her home if you don't like her.
Yes.
But now in retrospect, yes, Cindy was not in the wrong to want a little bit of something from Mel. And Mel was a little bit in the wrong for not at least giving her like the courtesy.
But was
he?
Well,
I'm going to get to that. Just 1 second. You could make an argument he was in the wrong for not just saying like wink, wink. Yeah. We'll get there. Just give me a second.
Yes.
But when I look back at this scene and I saw, how Mel discussed it in the finale, she cheated. You can't leapfrog the fantasy suite.
He did use the word leapfrog.
Did he use that word?
I think so.
Are you sure?
Leapfrog. Yeah, you can't leapfrog. He said
that?
I think he said leapfrog at some point.
I'm not sure he said leapfrog.
I'm not staking anything on this.
I mean, maybe. I'll give him credit if he did. But he was like, you cannot leapfrog the fantasy suite because that is part of the process. And he's right. In a way, it's disrespecting the whole thing by saying, will you marry me now before the fantasy suite? Because it's not fair, because maybe he would based on what he saw, maybe. But he can't say that because once you're in the fantasy suite, you learn twice as much as you learned previously in the show. Therefore, your opinions might completely change for the better or worse. You can't say anything before the fantasy suite.
I agree. But I also think that, in Cindy's defense, she was more so asking like, would you be ready for a proposal of any kind? Like not necessarily to me.
It's cheating.
Yeah, I mean.
It's like being at the blackjack table and being like, would it be possible that you have a king under there? What is the dealer supposed to say? Like, yeah, it's possible, but he doesn't want to say anything because if he says anything, you might give it away.
And I also think at the heart of the issue here is that, this is the impression I got at least later on when they're like in the live segment, is that Cindy sees the fantasy suite as like, you're getting me to the fantasy suite. Like, this is like, we're going to get it on in the fantasy suite. Do you know what I mean? Well, I think Mel is truly like, no, the fantasy suite is where I can like finally be myself.
Mel, of all people who you would expect to be a scumbag about the fantasy suite, was actually the biggest gentleman. He's like, no, the fantasy suite is not about fantasy. It's about conversation and feelings.
And I genuinely think Mel is just not comfortable on camera. I don't think he has been the whole time. I think we see him become more comfortable, but I think just the way he was with Peg the morning after their overnight, I was like, oh, I feel like they got to know each other and it had nothing to do with sex.
Nothing.
It felt like
although they had sex.
You don't know that. You don't know that. Although I can really picture it happening between
I mean,
them.
Mel doesn't blush often, but there was some rouge in the morning.
Yeah, I feel like that was a fundamental difference, is that she didn't want to go to the fantasy suite without more assurance that it was going to be her at the end, but he couldn't give her any kind of assurance until he got to the fantasy suite and got to know her.
She's putting him in a catch-22.
The fact that she wanted that kind of assurance from him in the first place, I think, is the heart of the issue, right? Like, he needed someone to be more like, I'm in the process along with you. Like, he even said to Jesse, he's like, I really don't know. I really didn't know at this point. And do you believe him?
I do-ish.
Yeah.
I'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Leaning probably he knew, but maybe not.
Yeah.
He seemed to really like Cindy.
I thought he really did. But when I think about it, and this is where I really, I've been thinking it was Cindy the whole time, right? I really think, and I don't want to say that she played this wrong, because, ultimately they didn't belong together, right? I really believe that they didn't. And I think that this fundamental difference really shows that, how she wanted that assurance. And he was like, it takes me time. I'm not giving you an assurance that I'm going to go back on, right? I think Cindy actually struggled with jealousy more than she might have let on. And I also think she really thought it was her, which is, what they're meant to believe, right?
Yeah.
But if you think about it, on her hometown date, remember on her roof deck of her fancy apartment building?
Yeah.
Pretty much that whole conversation we were shown was her doing a gut check, trying to get how he feels about her.
Mm-hmm.
And then also a lot of their overnight date also felt like that. I think there came a point where he was like, I just want to get to know you. I don't want to be asked how I feel about you.
Yeah. He didn't want to do the Bachelor thing.
No.
He wanted to do the real person thing.
Yeah. The actually hanging out thing.
And she made it difficult. She made him have an answer before the fantasy suite.
Yeah.
It's her fault.
No, I mean, it's complicated. I think that she also had a right to want more assurance.
A right, and I have a right before something like a bungee jumping thing to say to the instructor, what does it feel like? How is it going to be? Am I going to be scared?
Yeah.
Am I going to lose consciousness? Is it hard to breathe on the, he's just like, you got to do it.
Yeah.
You just got to jump and you're going to figure it out. Everyone's been fine. You'll figure it out.
You know what I'm realizing? You're having a really strong reaction to this. And it's really in retrospect too, because when we were watching this, we were pretty team Cindy. Right. And then after the whole episode, we're actually we see this scene differently. But I think with you, dear husband,
yes,
you don't love the unknown yourself. Right.
No.
That's not your strong suit.
Not a huge fan.
No. Yeah. You don't really love change. You don't love the unknown. But although you know that they're both good for you. Right.
Mm-hmm, right.
And I think that you see that here with Cindy. You're like, no,
I see my fault.
Yeah. Part of the process for Cindy is embarking on the unknown.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the things that are a fault with yourself are the things that you find most appalling in other people.
Yeah. So that it rubbed you wrong.
Yeah. I wasn't happy with that. I was like, just be patient. Just do it.
Yeah.
I once went on a hang gliding. What do you call it? What do you call a thing where you go up in a, it's like a boat is pulling you and you're in a thing with a parachute and you're being pulled by the boat. Parasailing.
You've done that?
Parasailing.
Wait, that's very unlike you.
Well, I used to do more challenging things as a young man. But yeah, I went parasailing once. I was asking all the questions. I was like, has anyone ever died?
Yeah.
And it was funny because the guy spoke
like
Spanish.
Mel, maybe.
The guy spoke Spanish.
Okay.
And I was like, has anyone died? And he's like, 12, maybe 13 people. And I was like, well, wait, how long have you been doing this? And he was like, 5 years, 10 years. I was like, it's like, that's like one person a year died. And then I realized he didn't understand what I was saying.
Oh, okay.
He thought I was asking how many times a day do you do this?
Oh.
Yeah. So we cleared that up before I went up. So that was good. But when I got up, I realized as I was being pulled on the beach, like you run on the beach and then you just take off.
Okay.
The strap that holds you in, the main strap, was tied right around my nuts.
Oh.
And I don't mean like it wasn't like, oh, this is a little uncomfortable. It's like, if this goes up with all my weight on it, I'm literally gonna pass out.
You're never having children.
I'm never having children, and I'm gonna be unconscious from pain.
Okay.
So I was struggling, and then it went up, but I was on there. I was too late. And I had to literally pull myself up by the things that hold the parachute.
So you're doing
and I was hanging full pull-up.
You're doing a chin up the whole time.
I was doing a chin up the whole time. And then with one hand, I was like, I can do this, which I thought I was going to die.
Yeah.
Then with one hand I held, and then I went down and I pulled my whole weight up while I was in midair being pulled up, and I pulled the strap off my nuts. And I realized, I was like, that's the worst thing that could happen in this situation. Although some guy just did die like 6 months ago.
Parasailing?
Yeah, there's a video of it. It's horrible.
Really?
So I'm wrong. It could be worse, but that's very unusual.
Yeah.
So my point is that the worst thing happened. And had he told me that, I never would have gone on this thing.
Yeah.
But in the end, I had an amazing time.
Oh.
And I don't regret any of it.
Oh, Andy.
So,
what a nice...
so it's better not to know, that something like that's going to happen.
Well, I think we've both been working on that, you know, on the self-work front. The change, the unknown, the not knowing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's guaranteed that you're not going to always know what's going to happen, right? You can't have control over that.
The whole point of life is not knowing.
Yeah.
If you knew everything, like imagine I told you, okay, this is what's going to happen. And they were good things.
Yeah.
Except you're going to die.
Yeah.
Right? But everyone dies. But I'm going to say, you're going to do this, you're going to do this, you do this. And on this day, in this year, at a good ripe old age, you are going to die.
Yeah.
Would you be happy with me telling you everything?
No.
Of course not. Even if it was all good, even if it was your dreams, you wouldn't want to hear it.
No, definitely not.
Well, let the unknown be.
Yes.
Cindy should have let the unknown be. If she did, honestly, coin toss, she might have been on that Engageatorium. Engageorium?
Engageorium, you mean the proposal platform?
The proposal.
In this case, the
Poserium.
Okay.
Perellel, vitamins for women at all stages of life.
Parallel, indeed, are vitamins for women at all stages of life. We are talking menstrual health, fertility, prenatal, postpartum, perimenopause, and more. And Parallel is the first OBGYN founded vitamin company.
Really?
Because they were sick of one size fits all vitamins, which I think makes sense. I mean, why should vitamins be generic?
Especially for women. Women are complicated.
They are. We are so complicated. It's exhausting.
And always different complications at every stage of life.
Yes, yes. What is complicated for me now is different from what was complicated for me 10 years ago.
And what will be complicated for you 10 years from now. And complicated for me. More importantly.
And Andy, you are holding my favorite Parallel product, which is their cellular hydration. It's mango lemonade flavor. It's delicious. Good. And by the way, all of their vitamins, all of their drinks are pregnancy and breastfeeding safe.
We're being overloaded with supplements these days from every direction. Why not have one that's created by someone who knows what the hell they're doing?
Yes. So exclusive to our Shandies, new customers can enjoy 20% off their first order with code Shandy.
Visit parallelhealth.com.
That's PERELELHEALTH.com, code Shandy.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire. Jack Frost nipping at your nose. Cozy earth sheets on your body every night. I couldn't imagine anything better than that.
So Cozy Earth is one of our earliest sponsors. We are big Cozy Earth fans. They have stuck with us through thick and thin, Andy. You are wearing their lounge pants right there. They're joggers.
Same ones
since day one. Look at how good those look.
Day one.
They are made from viscose from bamboo. Those are so soft. They're squishy soft. They have substance. Their bed sheets, also viscose from bamboo, are just... they're the hero product. They are silky smooth and they only get softer with time. They are temperature regulating because they're cooling, especially in summer months when it is hot. But in the winter, they also keep you warm. They're perfect.
This is the time of year where you got to get on the cozy train.
Also, what a great gift idea.
It's so easy.
Like a loungewear set or bed sheets. Like that's something that someone's actually going to wear and use. It's a good gift.
And how about that cuddle blanket?
Oh, the cuddle blanket. Now that is decadent. We have the regular one. We also have the bubble one. I actually prefer the bubble one.
I can't even imagine winter without the cuddle blanket.
No. Why would you? Why would you imagine such a thing?
So Black Friday has come at Cozy Earth.
Right now, you can stack our code Shandy on top of their site-wide sale, saving you up to 40% off.
That's cozyearth.com code Shandy for up to 40% off.
These deals won't last long, so start your holiday shopping today.
And if you get a post-purchase survey, be sure to let them know we, Dear Shandy, sent you.
On a fundamental level, I think Cindy has a lot of self-esteem and pride, self-worth, and all these things. There was a lot of language around I want the guy who I end up with to be really excited about me and to be, all these things are very true, right? You're just rah, rah, rah. But she also said one thing that stood out to me. It was sort of in passing, but right before she makes the decision to leave, we hear her saying she wants to behave in the way that her future husband would would like be proud of. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
I have a philosophy, and it's to behave as if my future husband will be proud of how I'm living.
And I think that relates back to the fantasy suite.
Right.
She didn't want to go to the fantasy suite and just be perceived as having had sex
Right.
in the fantasy suite, especially if it doesn't go anywhere. I think that on a fundamental level, she was a little more buttoned up than Mel is.
Yeah. I totally agree. I think Cindy saw the fantasy suite as sex and
Yes.
Mel saw the fantasy suite as conversation.
Yes.
Which is pretty funny when you think about it.
I also think Cindy is way more comfortable on camera than Mel or Peg.
I think Cindy is more comfortable than anyone
Yeah.
in the whole
She
cast.
almost feels like meant to be
She's
on
as
camera.
comfortable as Jesse.
Yeah.
She's actually, it's uncomfortably uncomfortable.
Wait, uncomfortably comfortable.
Yes, uncomfortable. Thank you. Thank you. I get the feeling that she's done camera work before.
Yeah, totally.
Like, I don't believe that she's never been in front of the camera.
I agree. But I mean, but I feel like this is casting her in a negative light. I
No,
don't feel that way. I
there's nothing
actually
wrong with
love
being in front
Cindy.
of the camera. I'm in front of the camera right now.
Oh. Although it took a long time for you to be able to do this. And to this day, I still can't have Andy's little monitor thing face him.
Well, who wants to see that?
Well, I
Does
can
anyone wanna see
see
themselves?
mine from for a framing
But
thing.
even like
But yours faces me.
But even
like
the
you can't
best
see.
actors, who would want to see themselves acting in a mirror?
Oh, awful. Awful. When
Yeah.
I practice singing, I have to sometimes, I'm supposed to practice in front of the mirror to see what I'm doing.
Right.
And I hate it. Hate it.
Yeah.
Like I would rather just never look at myself. I
Yeah.
hate it. So I understand. Yes, I'm agreeing with you.
Okay, good.
Okay, so this sort of goes back and forth. Where, Cindy says she doesn't want to free fall for that long. She's in her golden years. She's 60. She's not interested in being put on hold. Finally, she says she's sorry. This isn't what she wants. She's leaving. Mel seems surprised. I don't know. Would you call this like frustration? Because I don't know if it was ever going to be Cindy, to be honest.
I don't know if it was ever going to be Cindy, but I felt from Mel that he was angry and frustrated that he was being put in this position. He felt like he was playing a game.
Mm-hmm.
Let's call that game football.
Ah.
And he was running down the field.
Yeah.
And someone on his own team was holding his leg.
I think Mel is he really plays by the rules. Doesn't it feel like that?
You didn't really appreciate that football analogy.
Oh,
Huh?
someone was holding his foot?
Yeah. So is that a good thing? Do you think that was a good thing?
Oh, that someone would be holding his foot. I don't know if I agree with your analogy. That's why I ignored it. I was thinking more so that the person he's playing against is like, I'm not sure I'm going to win this game, so I don't want to play anymore.
That's good. Then it's a forfeit. He wins.
Yeah, but
It's someone who he's playing with who's holding him back.
oh,
She's playing with Cindy, but Cindy's breaking the rules against him.
oh,
No?
Yeah,
That's not the
kind of-
greatest
None of them
analogy.
really work. His analogy didn't work
His
either. Where he
analogy
was
was-
like,
didn't even
I
make
tell
it.
my boys when they play football, they never stop, never quit, never quit. I don't know if that really worked here either.
No,
Yeah,
it was
none
also
of the
pretty
analogies
generic.
really work because
Yeah.
of the dynamics of like in love interest and choosing
Yeah,
someone.
it
But
wasn't a great analogy.
but it does seem like Mel is like by the book, right? He follows rules and he sees things through. And I think that's really evidenced in how he ended up talking to Peg later. We'll get there. But when he's like, I'm ready to go to the end. Like, I'm ready to go to the end with you. Like, no matter what happens, like he commits. This man commits.
Yeah.
Speaking of committing, isn't that funny?
Yeah.
I feel like that you should apply that across the board. It felt like they were so concerned about his ability to commit. But look at how he committed to this season.
The thing is, his lack of commitment to almost everyone suggested that he wasn't in this for the wrong reasons.
Yes.
He was looking for one person, and that one person ended up being Peg, maybe Cindy. We'll never know, but probably not. And he was kind of phoning it in with everyone else.
Yeah.
Which is what a normal person probably would do.
I agree. It's what I would do.
Yeah.
It's totally what I would do.
That's what a person who's not there for the wrong reasons would do.
Yes.
They'd be like, nah, maybe, yes.
Yeah. Okay, so Jesse is pulled out of bed to come and chat with Mel on this dock.
Jesse's like, how many more of these do I have?
I just found this funny because like I've been host once on Paradise Canada. And I remember nights where it was like, we're not sure we're going to need you, but like we may need you.
Yeah.
Like this thing is happening. We're going to let you know. But so just be ready. And in my case, it was like hair, makeup, outfit, all the things.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it never came to pass, right? Like you never needed to go. But so it was just funny to see Jesse's like suddenly walking down the dock. It's like, oh, the thing happened.
Oh yeah, he was having his late night snack in his underwear.
He was watching
some YouTube.
Yeah. Okay, so Jesse says 23 women come thinking there's a chance they'll wind up engaged. And Mel's like, not really. Jesse here seems to sort of want Mel to go talk to Cindy. You know, he's sort of like playing devil's advocate here where Mel's like, I wasn't sure if it was her. You know, like you can't just skip to the end. And Jesse's like, yeah, but it's hard to get that far without being validated. And that's sort of been a theme, which this was really good hosting. He's like, you know, it's not too late to go talk to her. And then that's our cliffhanger leading into the present day. Cindy comes out. We're going to find out if Mel ever came and spoke to her, which of course he didn't.
Yeah.
Which says it all.
Yeah.
It was never Cindy.
But I think that Mel thought there was like a chance.
Yeah.
If they had an amazing fantasy suite. I think he thought there was a chance, but I agree. It was probably not her.
On the fundamental level, her wanting that assurance from him is why it wouldn't work.
Right. The fact that she feels insecure.
Yeah, like compare that to Peg.
Yeah.
Something that stood out to me so much was when he does end up going and talking to Peg and he's like, you know how I feel about you. And she was like, compare that to Cindy. He would give Cindy all his compliments and she'd be like, what else?
Yeah.
And she'd be like, oh, do I know? Do I know how you feel about me? Like, it's always like wanting more. And Peg was just like,
you know, what's interesting is the editing, which we fell for. It was inverse. We fell for editing that usually would have been misleading.
Yes.
So it was like reverse psychology. It was reverse psychology for us.
Which happens to us a lot.
Happens to us a lot. So we got to stop that. We just got to go with our heart.
We're overthinkers. It's okay.
Thinkers, but the edit, 99% of the time, this edit would have meant Cindy's winning.
Yeah.
But it's interesting that it didn't, because Mel, I think, is different than all past Bachelors in the sense that I really think Mel was shockingly there for the right reasons.
Yes.
Because the edit doesn't matter. When things don't look right, they're not right.
Yeah.
It's no faking. There's no staging. There's like, hey, Mel, just make it kind of look a little bit like this isn't happening because everyone thinks it's Cindy.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh, I got you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
No, he's just like, nah, not happening.
You know, in the end, casting kind of did a good job.
Oh, gosh. Wow. Falling on swords. Can you hear the sound of all the swords being fallen on? What does that sound like?
Ooh. Oh.
Is that about right?
I was thinking more like, no, it's hard to do.
It just depends what side you fall on.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
But in the end, I can't believe I'm saying this. I think Mel was, look, personality-wise, not necessarily well cast, but by the end, like I found him really compelling. Compelling.
The thing is, and you know, a lot of people, I'll give them credit, a lot of people in the comments early on, when people were piling on Mel, let's be honest.
So
there were very few, not a lot. A few people in the comments were saying, give him a chance. I think this guy's really sincere.
Yeah.
Like everyone's being really mean.
Yeah.
Like he screwed up on a podcast. We all screw up. And they were right.
They were.
Like he was like, look, if you want exciting Bachelor, you're not going to usually get sincere Bachelor. Same with Bachelorette. You got to either choose. You got to choose boring and sincere or exciting and insincere.
Yeah.
And once in a blue moon, you get both that you want.
Yeah. So Cindy comes out now in the now. She says her mind has shifted so many times since that night. She wasn't sure if she like remembered it incorrectly. She says, my mind tried to erase it, the feeling that she had that she should leave. I just thought that was an interesting way of putting that. My mind tried to erase it. I feel like...
Yeah, we've all been through that.
Oh my God, totally. She says Mel did not come to find her and she wouldn't have wanted him to. And he wasn't ready for the relationship she wanted, and that's okay. She says that ultimately she needed to hear more ands and becauses. The compliments were nice, but she needed more specificity as how it would relate to his life.
Okay.
I mean,
yeah, sure.
Great.
She's right.
Right. Yeah, she's totally right. And then when asked by Jesse, you know, about the proposal thing, it didn't seem like Mel was ever ready to propose. She's like, he would stand at a rose ceremony and be like, I think my wife is in the room. And there's a ring in the logo, for God's sake.
There's a ring in the logo.
I mean, she's not wrong.
There is a ring in the logo.
But even that, even his insistence not to get engaged, even though he did take the ring. His insistence to not get engaged, even that, I was like, I like that.
That's
it speaks to his sincerity.
That's what everyone should do.
Yes.
Even if you're 95% sure you want to marry this person, you still should do the friendship engagement.
Yeah. How different is he from Gary?
Everything's different.
Yeah.
Even
polar opposite.
It's the whole trajectory is different.
Yes.
Gary went from golden child to shit.
Yeah.
and
Mel went from shit to golden child, really.
Right?
Truly. Jesse asks if Cindy thinks things might have turned out differently had she stayed. And she says she doesn't think she needs to convince a man to love her. And the crowd erupts in rapturous applause. Yeah, the crowd really loves her. I mean, I really like her too. She's got so much self-esteem.
Yes.
And she's so well-spoken. As Jesse later says, she's a real class act.
Class act.
And I think that was her story. You know, throughout the season, Mel would say about her, she's so elegant. Sophisticated. I mean, is there a world in which she's not the next Golden Bachelorette?
She's going to be Golden Bachelorette. I was wrong.
Yeah, well, we were so wrong, and I love.
Just flip it. Just flip it. We were close. It was a mirror image.
I gotta say, I love being wrong. I love it when my predictions are
wrong.
I
love being wrong because it also shows we're not spoiled,
right?
I mean, not that that's the reason why we're wrong, but you know,
I mean, I do think there are a lot of people who are spoiled who pretend they're not spoiled.
The worst. There's nothing.
That is so
there
annoying.
is nothing worse than that.
Yeah,
is there anything worse than that?
Well, it's cheating.
But it's cowardly cheating.
Cowardly cheating. Okay. Cindy says of Mel's analogy to, quote, finish the game. She says, I was in the wrong stadium. It felt like she had that one ready.
Yeah. Did she get an applause for that?
Huge applause for that one.
That's right.
And when asked if there's any part of her that wishes she had stayed, she says, no. That's it. Just no.
You know, I'll tell you, there were many times where Cindy could have gotten like heated up.
Yeah.
She could have gotten like yelly.
Yes.
And cursy.
Yeah.
But she never did.
She's too classy.
She really is. She's very poised.
She's so smooth.
Yeah. See how powerful that is? See how much more powerful that is than coming at someone?
Yes.
It's always the quiet one. You ever, not that, I'm not saying now I know people are going to say, oh, what, women are supposed to be quiet? No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. That's not what I'm saying. As a matter of fact, my next analogy is going to show that's not what I was saying. The analogy I've made before, if you're walking down the street late at night and some guy starts screaming at you,
threatening
you, you're going to be scared, but you know what you're dealing with. There's a guy screaming at you.
Yeah.
If some guy creeps up to you, looks you in the eye and says, tonight is the night you're going to die.
Just
real quietly.
Yeah.
That is 100 times more terrifying and more powerful.
Yeah.
Speak softly, carry a big stick. Too many people speak loud and carry a tiny stick these days.
Especially most of the people we see on reality TV.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Cindy says Mel wanted light and fun and low commitment, and she wouldn't have gone through all this. The gowns, let me tell you.
Oh.
If for low commitment. I agree with, they're both right. I agree with her, but I don't know if Mel was just looking for light, fun, low commitment. I do think light and fun.
Well, I think that light fun sometimes feels like low commitment.
Yeah.
Because commitment has the connotation of work.
Yes.
It has the connotation of responsibility.
Yes.
When things are light and fun, you're like, this is great. I have nothing wrong with this.
Yeah.
It's good times.
I think we're light, fun, high commitment. You and me.
Yeah. No. I mean, we're obviously a high commitment. We literally live together and are legally married.
Yeah.
It's not news.
I'm just saying light and fun does not, I'm agreeing with you. It can also be high commitment.
Well, the reason that I and you, who were both commitment phobic.
Yeah, before. Isn't that funny?
Are able to do this.
It's easy to forget. We were both very fearful of commitment.
Is because we are light and fun.
Yes. I was prepared to commit to this because of how light and fun it was.
Yes.
I was like, I want that forever.
If this was not light and fun, I would have been scared.
Yes, agreed. Okay, Mel joins Cindy now. She asks why he put her and those other women through this if he wasn't ready for commitment. When did he know he wasn't ready? And he's like, my head and my heart just weren't there. And the lack of the private time in the fantasy suite would have given them more time. And she says she didn't want him to lead her. Notice the wording of that. Lead her to the fantasy suite if he couldn't lead in a relationship And she says that he said more to Jesse than to her. And he says, well, you have to finish the journey. Well, they didn't, I'm giving this like aggression, but it was really very like soft-spoken and elegant, this conversation. But underneath it was simmering, this fundamental difference, which is that I think she feels that she was duped, but I think it was just never going to be her, to be honest. He says, you have to finish the journey. She wanted a proposal, but there was another person there and there was time left and she did not exercise that option. He says, first comes love, then comes marriage. And then there's the baby carriage part, but you know what I mean.
Mel's got to work on his sayings and analogies.
And honestly, it goes around in circles here in a very elegant way, but it's mainly like she keeps talking about being gotten to the fantasy suite. And he's like, no, that was time. That was time that we could have had together. There's a spot that really stood out to us and we rewound it several times trying to figure out what was going on. She says she was ready to leave her life in Austin, move to California, near him, not with him, to start to pursue a life with him. But there was no rush. And he kind of interrupts her by saying, but that didn't interest me though. And then she goes like, and looks at Jesse and then the crowd
erupts.
Applauds.
I even told you I would move. I would be willing to leave my life in Austin, move to California, near you, not with you, to start to pursue a life with you. There's no rush. We have lots of things to discover.
That didn't interest me, though.
I didn't understand what happened.
What was going on here? Was this
There
editing?
was a cut.
You think it was a cut?
There was a cut, but what were they clapping about?
Yeah, who were they applauding? Were they applauding Mel for saying that doesn't interest me though? Even though that doesn't seem likely.
Neither people deserved an applause break.
Yes.
So what happened in between those two cuts?
It was very odd. We rewatched this several times trying to figure out. Ultimately, she says she loved him and wants him to be happy and he wishes her the same. And I just wrote the whole back and forth highlights why they were never going to work. It's like a chicken or egg. He needs that time to have known, and she needs to know it's her before giving that time.
And I got to say, instead of making this an apology tour, which often happens, and sometimes it is due. I mean, sometimes the apology is due.
Yeah.
In the last season of The Bachelor, the apology was due. What was the last guy? Grant.
Yeah.
He owed some apologies.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Did he really give them? I don't remember. I've kind of tried to block out that whole season.
It was a rough season.
It was so bad. That was potentially a franchise-ending season.
That's why we have Taylor Paul as the Bachelorette.
Taylor Paul.
Is that her name?
Frankie Taylor Paul. No, wait, Taylor Frankie
Paul.
Oh,
thanks for the correction. I actually got it right. It was amazing.
Go on.
Yeah. My point is that unlike past Bachelor apology tours at the finale, Mel was like, I'm not apologizing for anything.
Yeah.
And he didn't owe an apology. He just was firm. And I kind of liked it.
Me too.
It was, I don't want to hear the false apologies. Like, oh, I'm sorry for not marrying you.
He didn't
I'm
apologize.
sorry for not saying I wanted to marry you when I didn't want to marry you. I'm sorry for not leading you on.
Yeah.
No. He's just like, no, this is what happened.
Yeah.
And I feel this way and I felt this way and you did this and that's it.
Yeah.
No apology.
Yeah.
And not in an aggressive way and not in a mean way or a disrespectful way. In a very respectful adult way. It's just like, no, this is how I saw it happening. And this is the way I feel. And they both like, all right.
Yeah. Just wasn't meant to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was actually really refreshing because it was two adults, right? And you could see both of their sides.
So, Sharleen, it's that time of year when the light during the day grows shorter.
Oh, yes.
And the sadness creeps in.
And maybe with that sadness, you might be thinking, oh, it'd be nice to talk to someone.
And wouldn't it be nice to talk to someone who always knows your name? And they're always glad you came. People at Rula always care. And it's easy to find providers. And it's easy to find insurance that covers your care.
Very nice, Andy. Okay, so Rula connects you with licensed therapists. Isn't that nice? Licensed.
License is good.
As opposed to unlicensed therapists.
Well, that'd be a weird website.
But what makes Rula so different from the others is they take most major insurance plans. So the average copay, I am not kidding you, is $15 per session.
$15.
$15. That's crazy. That is one drink.
That's not even a sandwich.
That is
you can't get a sandwich in this town for $15.
No. And let me tell you, that is the best way to spend that $15 is on your mental health. And let's be honest, cost of therapy is the barrier to entry for a lot of people.
Yes, it's the biggest one. It was one for me.
Yes.
Without Rula, I never would have done it.
No,
I just didn't want to deal with it. I didn't want to find somebody.
Yes. It's the one-stop shop. You can also filter like what you're looking for in a therapist, and they only give you results that will really like suit your desires.
Desires? What kind of therapy is this?
So thousands have already trusted Rula to support them on their journey towards improved mental health and overall well-being.
Head over to Rula.com/Shandy to get started today.
After you sign up, they'll ask how you heard about them, support Dear Shandy, and tell them we sent you.
Head to RULA.com/Shandy to take the first step towards improved mental health today.
You deserve quality care from someone who cares.
Sharleen, I can't help but notice how cozy and cute you are looking right now.
Thank you. I feel like you like it when I wear like a real pajama set. Andy prefers a cute pajama set to like an old ratty t-shirt with
I think
holes
you've
in
been
it. Not that this is about
letting your guard down a little bit on the pajama front.
This isn't about you, Andy. This is about me. And I love Skims pajamas. I mean, this is not so cute and cozy.
Oh, yeah.
But also look at this fabric. Look how stretchy. This is not normal. Isn't it so stretchy?
Yeah, it's really stretchy.
So this is Skims soft lounge sleep set in Cypress. Cypress is the color.
Is there anything that Skims isn't doing?
I think Skims has just nailed like the undergarments and lounge, but they also have like cute clothes.
Would you
Like
say
some of my
that you
favorite
trust
dresses.
the brand now enough that you would buy almost anything they come out with in the clothes
Well,
department?
yes, because honestly, their fabric is innovative. It has personality, but you're not sacrificing comfort and feel. Like it's like I'm not wearing anything, but also I'm cozy.
Do you think Skims will become a household name in the next 10 years?
It's already a household name, Andy.
All right. But are you enjoying this interview?
So shop my favorite pajamas at skims.com.
After you place your order, be sure to let them know we sent you.
Select podcast in the survey and Dear Shandy in the drop-down menu that follows.
And if you're looking for the perfect gift for everyone on your list,
The famous Skims holiday shop is now open at skims.com.
Wild Grain,
Da, 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 da.
your bread is insane.
Da, 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 da.
You do everything.
Da, 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 da.
Wild Grain.
Okay. But Wild Grain, their bread is indeed insane. And I think Wild Grain is just such a cool idea. It's the first bake from frozen subscription delivery box with artisanal breads, with seasonal pastries, fresh pastas, and more. This is a bake from frozen sourdough loaf.
You said loaf.
Andy's got over here the brioche rolls. And this is the craziest part of all because you guys know that Andy has issues with gluten. All of these are gluten-free.
Let me tell you something. This brioche has changed my life. There's nothing about this brioche that screams gluten-free.
No, in case you're not gluten-free, we happen to get the Wild Grain gluten-free box, but they have all these different options. You can customize your box. Let's be honest. Carbs, when it comes to carbs, they're the best when they are baked fresh.
It's the only way I bread now. And most importantly, Wild Grain uses a slow fermentation process.
Yes, which is very important actually when it comes to carbs. And those brioches that you like so much are slow fermented. So when the slow fermentation process makes the products easier on your stomach, they also have more nutrients and antioxidants.
And we have in America very fast bread.
Oh, yeah.
It's very fast and it's very crappy.
Yes. So for a limited time, Wild Grain is offering our Shandies $30 off your first box.
Plus free croissants in every box.
When you go to wildgrain.com/Shandy to start your subscription.
That's right. Free croissants in every box.
And $30 off your first box when you go to wildgrain.com/Shandy.
That's wildgrain.com/Shandy or use code Shandy at checkout.
So back in Antigua, Mel visits Peg now. Her reaction is so funny when she opens the door. She knows something's going to happen, right? She's prepared something's happening. She's like, oh, Mel. Looks right at the camera.
Like, oh, it's one of those.
I loved that. He says, no matter what, she knows how he feels about her, right? Which again gets me to the heart of the difference between her and Cindy. She's just like, uh-huh.
Yeah.
So why are you here?
Yeah, I mean, she had some fear in her eyes.
Yeah, but it didn't feel like she was just like, get to the point pretty much.
Yeah.
Like, I loved this actually. He says Cindy wanted the commitment of a proposal at the end of this. She left before the fantasy suite. He still wants him and Peg. He still wants her to meet the boys, wants to get to the end with her. And the gist now is that Peg is nervous that, oh, he isn't ready for commitment. But let's be honest, that doesn't go anywhere. Peg now meets Mel's sons and his longtime friend, Diane. This is cute. Peg with his sons does a word association game. I liked this.
Yeah.
It's a good way to get to the heart of someone, isn't it? She says accountability or avoidant, and they say accountability.
Mm-hmm.
She says funny or
That's
serious, and they say both. but definitely funny, which is funny because you would think with Mel it would be serious, which I think really sums up how Mel is not himself on camera.
Of course not. Yeah.
Or at least not his best self.
I'm sure Mel is a very affable guy in person.
Yeah. And they kept talking about how his energy and Peg's match. And we're like, what? How does that work?
Yeah, it doesn't match.
Yeah, well, to us, it doesn't match, but I actually think it matches the true him. Like he is actually like got high energy
peppy.
and more. Yeah, it's just that he's not himself in the setting. She says emotional or analytical, and they say analytical. There is emotional, but you have to dig for it. I actually loved his sons.
Sons were great. His sons don't fall far from the tree.
His sons speak to him, don't they?
Yes.
Like they speak to the kind of person
he
is.
is. Good boys.
Oh God, isn't it funny how differently we see him at the end?
Yeah.
Ultimately, they say she would be perfect for Mel. Peg with Diane now. When asked if she's falling in love yet, Peg says she's not there yet. It takes time. Who does that sound like? Okay, so this just goes swimmingly. It goes really well. Finally, Peg and Mel hug goodbye. And the big gist is that he needs to get out of his head and think with his heart. And now we've got proposal day. We've got Word Watch 3, Andy. Peg says, I just have to let my walls down and be vulnerable. And now as Peg walks up in his ITM, we hear Mel say they're perfect for each other. She says she wasn't looking for anyone to sweep her off her feet or to save her. She can look after herself, but she's looking for someone she can trust.
I love this.
Me too.
I love it.
Her speech is gorgeous.
Yeah.
It's actually gorgeous.
They're wonderful.
They are. They're wonderful.
one of my favorite couples in a long time.
Yes, yes. He says he trusted her. She trusted him. And he gives her a ring that represents their commitment to love, to take the time to figure it out together, what their future holds. She says she agrees. She says, I agree. It's not a yes. It wasn't a proposal.
I agree.
I agree.
I have things to do. I have family. I live in a different place.
Yes.
We'll make it work, but we don't have to do this.
Yes. I actually thought this was, it was just right. So there's Gary and Teresa, right? Which was a total disaster.
Yes.
That was like too hot.
Too hot.
And then there's Joan and Chalk, which, they're making it work, but in a way it's almost too cold.
Whoa. Slow down. Sorry. I don't know. Don't not endorse this.
You know what I mean? There's something, I think it works, but there is, I don't know. I'm not really like, but they're lovely.
No, it's good. It's good. No, they're good. They're good.
But then this is just right. This is the oatmeal. That's just right.
Right.
Yes.
You know what? You know what's not going to happen with this couple?
What?
You know what Mel is not going to do?
What?
Is write a tell-all book.
Oh, so true. Even though I'm sure he could write a much better book.
And he write it himself.
So many Gary Burns.
Of all the shade Gary needs right now. It's like, now you can't even write a book. It's like, come on, give me the book. I wrote the book. I did it myself.
It's really sweet to see Mel give in to his feelings for Peg because he has been so stony.
Yeah.
The way he looks at her, he's just like, he just has that. It's been ever since the fantasy suite.
Ever since the fantasy. You know what? You know what pisses me off? If I had never seen this show before, I would have been like, obviously it's Peg.
Oh, why does that have to piss you off? You don't like being wrong.
I don't.
Okay,
I don't like being wrong when I really don't like the. I knew I had a feeling I was wrong, but I was only saying it because the edit made me feel that I was wrong about Peg.
Okay, I'm going to give Andy some defense here. Okay, so I have thought it was Cindy. I did think it was Cindy.
No.
I thought he was really wooed by her like sophistication, her class, that sort of thing. Because I thought that was the kind of guy Mel was because of how stiff he is on camera.
Yeah.
But it turns out he's a lot more of like a goofy, funny guy that we just didn't really get to see. But I have to point out, we did a private this past week. Okay, so we have these private sessions, and the person we were doing the session with at the end said, I think it's Peg, by the way. And Andy was like, I do too. I don't know why I said Cindy. I think it's because Sharleen thinks it's Cindy.
Because I love you so much.
And I think you trust me too implicitly, but I'm not. I'm fallible, Andy. So I just want to give Andy the credit that he also thought it was Peg, but he was thrown off the scent by me. That happens to me too.
Yeah.
With you.
Thank you. Feels a little patronizing, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
I think a part of the issue is that you don't like being wrong. I love being wrong.
No, I like being wrong when I really believe I'm right.
Yeah.
I don't love being wrong when I was like torn.
Yes. Yeah. So I really thought I was right. That's why I love being wrong in this case.
When I'm like, I am 100% sure this is happening and the other thing happens, I'm like, wow.
Yeah.
Life can still really surprise me.
Yes. Okay. So you're upset because you did think it was Peg and you just didn't voice it. Okay. After the final rose now, Mel and Peg, AKA Meg.
Or Pell. Had to be said.
Mel says he didn't need 23 women. He only needed one, and he found the one. And the crowd loves this. They go, oh. When talking about the fantasy suite, Peg says Mel doesn't have integrity. He is integrity.
Whoa.
I love how she was like, yeah, let that one sink in. She's just got such a good sense of humor. She needed time to get to know him. That's what the fantasy suite was for. I mean, they're just so on the same page. Everything they say, it could have been coming out of the other's mouth, let's be honest. Mel says he loves Peg's energy, her get up and go, and now Jesse addresses the ring. Is there any talk of a proposal? Peg does the talking here. She says it's nice being in your 60s and just getting to write your own story. So she's like, we're just doing our own thing.
No.
It's not an engagement. Doesn't need to be.
And by the way, you notice at the finale, there was not one mention of the podcast situation.
Oh.
Not one mention of his errors.
What do you think? Why are you saying that?
Because he vindicated himself. And also 62.
Is Peg 62?
She's 2 years above his limit.
Are you sure she's not 64?
She may be 64 now. I don't know how long things are.
Wait, let me see. Peg.
I generally don't question me on numbers. I'm never wrong with numbers. The same way you're like a note or something. Like you remember a note.
Oh, you're right. 62.
Yeah. I'm never wrong about numbers. I'm wrong about everything else.
Yeah, you really, Andy, numbers. That's the one thing that you're almost visual about.
Yeah.
You just never forget a number. You're right. Peg 62. Good job.
Anyway, my point is so unnecessary. My point is that no one was talking about that anymore.
Yeah.
Because Mel, not because she's 62, I was joking, but Mel vindicated himself.
Yeah.
He showed that he's not about that podcast. That's not Mel. Yeah, sure. Probably a little bit of Mel is that.
Yeah.
But Mel is this guy. He's the guy who picks Peg, who actually is sincere and finds love on the Golden Bachelor.
Yeah.
And doesn't play games.
Yeah. Jesse asks them about the L word, and Mel says he's in love with Peg, and the crowd goes wild.
They should go wild.
Yes. And
it's a home run.
You said Mel's not so bad now.
Yeah.
Peg says she's done a lot of hard and big things in her life, and this was one of the hardest.
And biggest. No? No.
Did you just make that dirty somehow?
A little bit.
I mean, he's a big guy.
He's huge. He's got big feet too. Big feet.
Okay. You know what I also love is I feel like Mel went into this really wanting the 45 to 60. You know, we said that he said it, believe him, he meant it. And, you know, he married someone almost 20 years younger than him in the first place. I feel like him finding someone his own age at this point in life, like it shows an evolution in him and a respect for women. Like it really feels like he respects Peg. He trusts, respects, admires who she is. You know what I mean? Beyond just being like hot, sexy, whatever.
The choice of Peg shows that Mel has gained wisdom.
Yes. It's heartwarming, isn't it? Jesse now talks to Taylor, Frankie, Paul at the mansion to get a sneak peek at the season.
Is there a reason why we need to say Taylor, Frankie, Paul? Can it just be Taylor, Paul?
I have no idea.
Because it sounds good? It's kind
Does
of a
it sound
cool
good?
middle name, like a man's name. So it's kind of...
To be honest, I could have done without this because I feel like I was excited about the... To be honest, I feel almost less excited about the Taylor, Frankie, Paul season than I was before this interview, even though I think it was meant to do the opposite.
I agree. Didn't need this.
No, it had the slight smell of desperation to it where they kept trying to like sell us.
Look what we got.
Yeah, how exciting the season's going to be, how different it's going to be, and how, oh my God, they're going to eat the food. She's going to send people home, like not in rose ceremonies. And it's like...
Even Frankie Paul or Frankie Taylor Frankie?
Yeah.
Taylor Paul. Just Taylor.
Taylor.
She seemed not interested in this interview. She seemed like, really? We got to do this?
Yeah,
I felt like she didn't feel like this was necessary.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of wish they hadn't done this because I think I was more excited before. But I'm going to watch anyway.
This wasn't a good teaser.
No.
If you want to show a teaser, show a scene from the actual season. don't have the Bachelorette telling me what's going on in the season.
Yeah. Yeah. Should we talk about how we tried to watch that show?
Ugh.
We tried, you
Oh,
guys.
dear.
We thought about trying to recap Mormon Wives. We
Oof.
tried.
Oof.
We couldn't do it.
We got through one episode, barely.
No, we got through 2 episodes.
No, we got, 2-ish. And we can't do it.
We decided that to watch and recap that show would not be us being true to who we are, and therefore like not being authentic with you guys, our Shandies.
So
we
gonna
can't
pass.
watch it. That said, we will totally watch her season of Bachelorette.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I do think it'll be an interesting season.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. But I didn't think this interview did any favors, and I don't care for the show from which she came.
Well said.
Okay, so now we have bloopers. The highlight for me was Diane reading the date card over and over again and the producer coming and correcting her. That was pretty funny.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah. She was not happy, by the way.
Diane?
No, the producer.
Oh, yeah, the producer wasn't that nice
she wasn't
about it.
playing games.
Yeah. Jesse talks about Mel's love of food now, and we get a really funny montage of him eating all the food and taking the food at the dinner to go.
To go and the wine.
And he's like, and more wine, like extra wine, like fill that up. How funny was that?
Mel was all of us.
I really loved this. It really just showed a side of him.
Sincere.
I hate it when we only get that at the end, but yeah, let it go. Okay, and then the show, surprise, is sending them to Napa Valley where they can drink more wine. And yeah, overall thoughts, Andy?
Interesting season.
Interesting season. Slow burn.
Slow burn.
I love a season that makes me think, that makes me reconsider my own initial opinions on someone, like my first impressions of a person.
Yeah.
This was a shockingly compelling season.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm worried the numbers won't reflect that. Like, I really hope that there will be a Golden Bachelorette season to come.
Yeah, it's interesting that this season of Golden Bachelor should be the more popular one.
Yes. Yes.
Based on what people say they want. Because people say they don't want the train wreck.
Totally.
They said that.
Yep.
They say they want
actors,
the love story.
They don't want actors who
They don't want actors. They want sincerity. They want the love story. If that's the case, this should be the more popular season.
Yeah, and if you did not watch the season because you didn't like Mel, if you've been listening to our recaps, I mean, it's worth watching.
It's a good season.
Yeah, it was a great season.
It's like looking at a piece of modern art. Right away, it doesn't hit you usually.
Yeah.
But if you stare at it long enough, you get something out of it. Huh?
And like I said at the beginning of this recap, I hadn't realized how starved I was for a love story that I could believe in, that I could get behind, that I could root for. And I not only feel that way about these two, but like I feel that way a lot. Like I believe in them more than a lot of other couples we've seen come out of shows.
I would be surprised if in the next 18 months they're finished.
Yeah, I agree. I think that they really have legs, these two.
What's going to stop them?
And they're both so likable.
And
Pego's always likable, but Mel is like unexpectedly likable.
And let's be honest, easygoing.
Yes.
I don't see them getting into a lot of fights.
No. And also, but even Cindy, it's not like someone came out looking bad, because I also thought Cindy looked amazing.
Cindy's going to be Bachelorette.
Yeah.
Or Debbie. Or one of the mothers from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives. It's unbeliable.
What is it? Everyone on that show is pregnant.
Everybody. I guess, well, it's...
And they all look the same.
I mean, it is mom talk.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so overall, loved it. Loved the season. I give it an A-.
Yeah. I'll give it an A-. I'd be plus A-, but yes.
The reason I'm not giving it an A is because it was too short. It was too condensed. They didn't give us enough of people's stories along the way. And I would have liked to have known these other sides of Mel sooner.
You know what?
Like why wait till the end to make us like him? To let us like him.
I prefer my leads coming in as villains and leaving as heroes.
100%.
And I compare him. It's not a perfect comparison, but Joey Graziadei.
Yeah.
We were just like, ugh, could there be a more boring pick for Bachelor? And he ended up being a great Bachelor.
Absolutely.
And now he's in a very happy, what seems like a long-term relationship.
Yeah.
So there.
Okay, well, congratulations to the happy couple who's not engaged.
Want to come on the podcast?
Oh, I hope so.
Come on.
So.
You know you want it. You know you want it.
Okay, Andy, that brings us to our word watch. There were 3 vulnerable or vulnerables. And how many correct guesses?
75.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
a good number.
Good number.
And our winner is Mama Spooky. That's with 4 O's. Congratulations. You are the winner of $150 to spend at Cozy Earth, one of our longtime and most beloved sponsors.
Be loved.
Yes.
What's the difference between loved and be loved?
I have no idea.
Okay. Be loved is just more loved.
I don't know.
Yeah. No one
should
knows.
Maybe I should
No
know.
one knows.
Okay, that makes me feel better. Okay. Mama Spooky, please email us by Monday at midnight to claim your prize. I love doing Word Watch. We need to bring Word Watch back.
More Word Watch is coming.
Yeah, we're working on it. Word Watch is a whole other thing. It's like a whole other
It's a
department.
thing. Yeah,
We
there's
need
a lot
to
going on this year.
Yeah. But we want to bring more Word Watch back because it's fun.
It's fun.
It's
We got to
fun.
do more Word Watch.
Okay, and Andy, that's a wrap. Do you want to do A game or episode MVP?
A game is I'm gonna give it to Mel. Mel is A game.
Yeah.
A game all around.
Yeah. I also give him they're all MVPs in their own way.
Oh, what a cop-out.
Participation award.
I will give Mel the most improved player award, maybe the best of all time.
Definitely. Okay, well, that is a wrap. If you enjoyed what you heard today, you know what we will ask of you, and that is to like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow us on Instagram, and
TikTok,
leave us Apple and
Spotify
podcast ratings and reviews. Tell your friends and hit the hype button, and generally do all the things you do to support a podcast you enjoy. Do not miss our very exciting Love Fest next week. We actually have 2 Love Fests coming up.
back to back.
Yeah, we're getting back on the Love Fest train. That's why it's exciting when there's couples that you can do a Love Fest with. Happy couples.
Happy couples.
And thank you so much for tuning in.
No.
Movie. Ruby doesn't like my leather pants.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, seems to like them.
She was like, I heard you.
Yeah.
I like them fine. Ooh.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Cute.
Look at that.
Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next time on Dear Shandy. Bye-bye. Okay, go to Daddy. Oh. Dear Shandy.
What are you doing?
I'm just adjusting my belt. I'm going to tighten it.
The lion.
You like my lion?
The lion of belt. Is it a lion? No, it's a head.
It's a Medusa.
Medusa.
Good old Medusa.
Medusa.
Do you know what brand this is?
Gucci.
No. There's a brand that always does Medusa. It's like their iconic thing.
I'm gonna go with Dolce & Gabbana.
No, that was close.
I'm gonna go
Very
with
close.
Giorgio Armani.
No.
I'm gonna go with
You're so close though.
The bag, the one that makes the bag.
They all make bags.
No, the one that makes the good bag.
The good bag.
Yeah.
Which one?
The one that Chanel.
No, that's French. You were closer with Italian.
Louis Vuitton.
No, that's also French.
Oh, Italian.
Mm-hmm. You were closer with Dolce & Gabbana, Armani.
And
he was killed, I think.
Versace.
Yes, very good. Okay, you ready to get going?
I'm good. Yeah.